start, I want you to group yourselves again into four. Count off from you, taman sa likod, and then you, taman sa likod. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Naglibog me. Paano lang tag-counting, please? From inside last number dire. 4. 1. 4. 1. 2. 3. 4. 1. 2. 3 lang. 4. 1. 2. 3. 4. 1. 2. 3. Okay? Dire ang group ko na 2, 3, and 4. 1. Apil ko? Settle down, please. I want you all to stand up. Ipasa ninyo kung sila mo ka-members sa kada grupo. 9, 8,
9 rami, ego sila mo.
ano? Pila? 10 ka mo. Dire?
9 ramoy.
Uno? Okay. So, we will play a game. This game needs your presence of mind. Oh, sige tayo. Okay. So, ang game, ane, kabantay mo itong game sa TikTok na kailangan dili mo magdungan og say og number. But, there's a twist. The first group, all members of the group, ang unang makalingkod, there will be a prize. Ang unang makalingkod na, for example, the group 1, wala na yung nag-stand sa ila, meaning sila na yung daog. Okay? Kailangan, for example, magdungan mo ka ng ingon sa number, for example, si Althea o si Cynthia, nag-dungag 1, remain standing na gihapon mo. Understood, Ra?
Number na yung range, like 1 to 10.
Oh, abanid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So maglahi nga number, may palikod.
Oh, no! Ang makaingon og number na, walay ka pareha. For example, ikaw ay nakingog 1, sila wala. You can sit down. Okay. Gets, Ra? Ha?
Tama na din.
Tama na lang 10. Oh.
Ibalik na po tayo.
No, tama. Pag maingon nag 10, balik ka sa 1. Or ganahan mo na 1, 2, tama na ano na number. Bisag asa na lang tama na number. Okay. 20. 20, tama lang 20 ka numbers. Pag naingon ng 20, back to 1. Pag naay magdungag ingog same number, mubalik mo from the top. Gets wrong mechanics?
Execute yun yung minsan.
For an example, magsugod na, moingon ko 1, nihilo mo tanan, I can sit down. Pero pag moingon ko 1, nagdungan ng side bit, balik na po ko 1. Gets? Okay, the game starts now.
18. In order man.
No, in order ang number 1 to 20.
Okay.
Ang goal is this. Ang goal na is may storya mawala mo sa ubad. Ang mura dyan may storya 1.
So balik.
Dapat 1. So dapat ang 2 wala mag-udumbahan mo kinsay mingon og 2 then wala mo kauban nga ningon og 2.
Pero kunara makasit down.
Pag for example, nainingog 1, walay ka pa riyan, nilingkod na siya. Continue na po sa number 2. Okay, the game. Okay, pwede mo magsabot sa inyong technique. 10 seconds only. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up! Time's up! I-observe po rin yung other grupo ha. Okay, the game starts now.
Kulang ni tanan as one or sa mong grupo ra.
At ano na lang may para magsabot. Group 1 o Group 3? Group 4 o Group 2 o Group 4. Lingkod sa. Sila sa muna yung mag-compete. Kamo mo judges. Tanawon ninyo kinsay magkuhan. Sige. Okay. Ano, atubangan na mo. 1, 2, ready, go.
1, 2,
2, 3, down.
4, 5,
Sit down.
7, 8.
9.
No, nagkariya mo. Okay. Pag nain mo sit down, stop sa daw. Sige, sige. Back to 1. Lingkod. Wait lang, pag nain mo yung 1 ulit ka pariyap, stop sa ka-Diyos. Okay, number 2. Lingkod. Lingkod. 4. Lingkod. Lingkod.
6.
No, back to 1. Ningon kag 6. Lagi, pero mo back sila to 1. Balik sa 1. Mulingkod ka. Pilay-pilin sa inyo ah. 2. Pilay-pilin sa inyo ah. 6. Okay, the game starts now. Balik.
1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, kamo na po. Kamo. Yari mo sa front. Dito lang. Alisa mo sa front, please. Oh, dog sila. Kisay mo dog. Kumpin pa sila. Ay! Sala. Ay! Dapat ka pulo. Okay. Pag na yung ugwan na wala ka pa hunong sa hayo sa magdiritso. Okay, 1, 2, ready, go. Awesome! Awesome! 1, 2, ready, go. Awesome! Go. 1! Yung gini, magdungan nila. Awesome. Sige na. 1. Oh, lingkod. 1. Diri ako. Uy, sa mga naglingkod eh. Kanang tabangi kong tanaw. Please. Diri na ako. Balik. So number 3 na. 3. Okay.
Ako. Ibalik.
Okay. From the top, number 1. Lingkod.
2,
Lingkod.
3. Oh, nakakik 3.
Siya yung una.
4, 5, 6,
Siya yung una.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Okay. Lang sila. Wala. Ang pinakauna. Bisa tong nadao ganina nagluto. Mag-versus mo. Karuan na to. Okay, the game. Paliw ko sa mga nalingkod. Kung kinsay una. Wala po, uy! The game starts now.
1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Ay, sama kayo! Lingkod na lang. Lingkod. Pagtunga na lang. Ay, uy! Wala ako yung pili! Ako yung pili! Ako yung pili! Actually, Osara J. Price, so amo na nang balagbahin. Like, wala mo siya na successful like what I have imagined. So, Saman, between numbers 1 to 4, what will you choose? 3. Okay.
Kami pamilya?
Bahinin na lang ninyo. Bahinin niya. Okay, so my topic. Kami, bahin mo ito. Pagkataan na lang ninyo. So, my topic is about language. But I want you to reflect or to think first about the conversation that you had earlier. What kind of conversation you had earlier? Was it you expressing a personal opinion? Was it you sharing factual information? Or nagtabit ba mo, nag-chismis ba mo, naglibak ba mo? Tell me, what kind of conversation you had? For example, like anything. Nagsabot? Okay. Numbers each. Okay. So, who can tell me who this person in front of you? Like, what is the name of this person?
Isa na siya. Rami ha na pero gatag niya siya.
No idea?
No idea.
Okay, so this, the name of this person, I want you to read his name together.
Kasi ito pandi kampi.
So his name is Michael Alexander Pickford or Halliday'S, M.A.K., also known as Match. So who was this person? So Michael Alexander was a British English linguist. Michael Alexander or Michael Halliday actually developed a theory called language functions, or also known as the systematic functional linguistic or SFL. How did he came up or how did he develop his own theory? Actually, he developed his own theory through observing his own son, which name is Nigel or Nigel. I don't know what's the correct pronunciation of the name. And through that observation, that actually led him to believe that children actually learn to mean through interactions with their environment. And not just the language functions as a tool to communicate an information, but also to build a social relationships and asking or understanding the world around them. So these functions were the language used for children, according to Michael Alexander or Michael Halliday. And in that functions of his, there are actually 7 functions. Can you read all of them? Like the names and the names lang.
Instrumental, regulatory, interactional, imaginative, personal, heuristic, representational.
And the topic of my report today is about Halliday's language functions. Language functions. We will start first with the instrumental. So instrumental is about satisfying or meeting our basic needs in our life. So what does it mean? Like what does it imply? The instrumental. Based on what we have read on the board, what do you think is an instrumental? What an example of a sentence is that? Can you formulate one? Yes, Shaina?
You just said it. Can you formulate one? I think that is an example of instrumental because you are trying or asking something out of us.
Okay. Pwede, pero since this is the language of a children, I want to have an example. I want you to give you an example that a children knows says. So the example of that, this instrumental typically indicates I want. So an I want sentence, meaning it is satisfying the child's basic needs. So for an example, Mommy, I want to drink a milk. So the mommy responds to child. So do you think that the mom nag-respond to mama, do you think ba na fulfill ang needs sa bata?
Yes.
Yes, that is the meaning of instrumental function. Next is the regulatory function. It is the language that is used to influence the behavior of others. So this type of function typically indicates that do as I tell you, meaning he is or that it is a function that aiming you to follow the order or the command of the person that is ordering you. For an example of that, an instance is, all of you must follow my instructions. Since I am the reporter here, wala ko choice but to follow the instructions that is given to you. One example sa regulatory, I am commanding you to do something based upon ganahan. When we're talking about interactional, it is a language that is used to develop a relationship or is interactions. So meaning you are creating a social bond with other person. An example for this or this function typically indicates that me and you. So this function is initiating a conversation with other people, two or more people, or either the child is part of a conversation. Through that conversation, that is what we call interactional function. And when we are communicating with other people, we are building a social relationship. So that is what the interactional function is about. But before I proceed to another functions, this is the instrumental and regulatory. As you can see, there are both requesting an order to someone. Who can tell me the specific difference between the instrumental function and the regulatory function? Like, what do you think its main purpose or what do you think its main function to a sentence para sa child na gamit that as a language? Like, specific purpose. What do you think is the main difference between the two, as it's both and it is also requesting or commanding someone, but there are actually a gap between the two. What is the specific difference or the purpose of the two functions towards another? No one? Yes, Archie?
I think the instrumental is used to fulfill a need, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to coerce or to force someone to do so. However, in regulatory language, it is coercing or giving a command without the freedom of the person who are going to do it. For example, sa work, di ba sa work, a boss commands a employee to do something, then the employee should do it in accordance to the will of the employer. However, sa instrumental magod sa Miegene kanya sa baby, ang mother pwede to niya dili buhaton sa baby. Kay all the free will sa baby, but it doesn't necessarily mean na kailangan buhaton.
Okay, so can we give Ardy a round of applause? Ardy, thank you for participating. Can you receive your prize in front? So his answer was actually correct. Pero not the sentence. But for you, para dili mo maligo, ang instrumental, it aims to achieve something. Kaya kuha na siya, basic satisfying your fulfill need. Meaning, you are aiming to achieve something or to obtain something. While the regulatory, it is to aim to control or to influence the other's action. Which is sakto ingon ni Ardy. Wala sila yung freedom to say no. We will proceed to imaginative. Imaginative language that is used to create imaginary worlds, experiences, and scenarios. It typically indicates let's pretend. So from the word imaginary, you are imagining something that is not going to happen in reality. Or maybe it can happen in reality, pero dili ka siya kanang ma-achieve jud. So one example of this, once upon a time, there was a princess who lived in a blah 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 palace. So mga example sa imaginative. You are pretending to be something or you are creating something na dili siya makunik sa reality. However, on the next one, the personal, so it typically indicates, here I come. So it's a language that expresses personal experiences, personal opinions, beliefs, traditions, or personal perspective. For an example, a child says, for example, there was a group of children. The three children were watching a movie called sa Barbie, for example, Barbie, mga na sila. And then the child, na nakawatch na siya ito na Barbie, moingon siya na sa tulong ka bata na, hey, I watched that movie just yesterday. So meaning that child is telling the three children that the movie that they are currently watching is the watch na ito na bata. He is, or the children is expressing her own personal experience, which is to watch the movie yesterday. Next is heuristic, a language that is used to explore, learn, and discover. It typically indicates, tell me why. So this is where the curiosity happens as a child. So remember, when we were a child, we always ask questions, diba? So that is called the heuristic function. You are exploring an ideas, an events, and you are asking questions to someone older than you. Na ano na unsa na siya? Because you are curious as a child. You are trying to learn. And when you ask questions and that person gives you an answers, this is where the understanding and interpreting happens. For example, nga na ang bata, Mommy, Mommy, why is the sky blue? Then mom will explain to Mama na maybe the sky is blue because blah, 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 blah. And then the child listens. Once the child listens, that is where the understanding and interpreting happens. So, mora na siya, that is why the sky is blue. Mora siya, hey Alexa, why do you love that song? Why do you watch that kind of movie? So that child is asking Alexa, anong ganahan siya ato na song? So he or that child is asking a questions or seeking an information and answer from the person that the child is asking to. Yes? Next is the representational. It is a language that is used to convey information about the world, to describe, explain, or state facts objectively. Who can give me a sentence, an example sentence about representational? In a child's mind, in a child's level. A sentence. In a child's mind, in a child's level. Okay, no one? So, the representational, it typically indicates, I have something to tell you. And in representational, that message that the child is conveying, it must be factual. So, for an example, the child says, hey, Maria, I just saw a dog. The dog has 4 legs. So, is it true that the dog has 4 legs? Yes, so that is the meaning or the function of representational function. The child is conveying a message to someone that is true. So do you think that the child's 7 functions or the language functions of Halliday is pwede po siya ma-adapt or ma-apply sa adults? Yes. Yes, actually. Pero the study was solely focused on the children. Nasagot ra? Yes. Okay, if nakasagot mo, we will play a bingo game.
Bingo!
Hindi ko sure, ay class ako. Para lang po. Yes. You can choose only one representative. Okay. Nana may representative. Pwede mo tingnan ang mga representative? No, one each, Alexa, ikaw to Ano na? Nadalaw na ninyo? Okay, jump mechanics. Kabantay mo di ba ang bingo na kapag all five na siya paano or paana, bingo na siya. Okay, so my mechanics is I will read a sentences and you will mark the function. You will mark what kind of function is that in the boxes. Pero I want you to carefully read it. Kahit naibabalik pa, actually all of the functions nagbalik-balik na sila. For example, instrumental, na siya sa first column, na siya sa third column, na siya sa fifth column. And then, I will give you 30 seconds to discuss with your group members kung which of the boxes ang inyong ganahan i-mark. Yes? For example, mayroon ko, why do you watch that movie? And then that function indicates heuristic. And then, makita mo heuristic diara. Tulungan na o rupat may magbalik-balik. I-discuss inyong members kung asa na boxes ang inyong ganang i-mark X. Markahan ninyong X. Usually wild card on. Okay, the wild card, mga na ang card na pwede ninyo na siya markahan X bisang punsa na siya na function. Here we go. Bisang punsa siya na function. Okay?
Ano ba pen? Isa na ball pen. Ball pen. Ball pen ka na.
I will give you 30 seconds to decide. And then, pag maingon ako, the 30 time's up, sa 30 seconds, ay harap mo mag-mark. Mag-mark mo within 3 seconds. Pag na-mark na ninyo, after 3 seconds, you have to raise your bingo cards. Yes? After 3 seconds, you have to raise your bingo cards. If wala mo na ka-mark, hindi na mo pwede makamark. Yes, now, Miegene, is there any clarification? Night timer, 30 seconds to decide kung asa na box ang inyong i-marka. Within 30 seconds, hindi mo pwede na i-mark muna. Pero pag mayroon ako the time's up, pwede na mo mag-mark nila. You are only given 3 seconds to mark. Pag after 3 seconds, mayroon ako your papers up or the bingo cards up, kailangan naka-up na siya. If wala naka-up inyong bingo, dili na mo counted. Pero pwede pa dapat maka-play sa another sentence. Okay, understand? Yes. Understood? Yes. Understood then, sorry. Okay. First sentence. Sa akin, mag-timer ko. First sentence. I am happy. First sentence is I am happy. 30 seconds. Dili pa pwede mag-mark ha? Isa na yung i-mark ha. Kung asa na function na. Mark carefully kay Najoy ka balik-balik. Once marong mag-mark, marong tanan. 30 seconds, time's up. Go! 3, 2, 1, up! Sako ka? Yeah. Dako na! Sako lang kay Kim. Hindi ko yung sako ka. Maling ka ha! No! Basta rin yung gabi na. Hindi siya pwede ka. Balik. Why is the sky blue? Oops, wala pa. Why is the sky blue times? Okay, you got 30 seconds to discuss. Why is the sky blue? Choose carefully. Choose carefully. Kung asa na box. Time's up. 3, 2, 1, up!
Wrong!
Ano ba?
Wala yung first mission. Wala yung first first.
Wala na, kanalo ko ang una siya din mo lang tao.
Wala yung first. Hindi na
Hoy!
Alin?
Third sentence. Bingo. Okay, third sentence. Hi, good morning. Hi, good morning. Start. Time's up. 3, 2, 1, up.
Uy, si Juan.
Kasi mo kayo, may guna mo.
Okay, fourth sentence. Let's pretend that we are fairies. Let's pretend that we are fairies. Wala pa. Go! Wala pa. Wala pa. 5 na.
Disqualified.
Wala pa ko dito. Gawin ko, go. Ayan.
Disqualified na nadam.
No! Consideration ko lang sa napinsin.
Oh, sige. Pwede na. Fifth sentence. Okay.
Bingo. Bingo namin.
Get the fifth sentence is I want to eat adobo.
Sige.
I want to eat adobo. Okay, go. You can discuss for 30 seconds. Time's up. 3, 2, 1, up. Inyo Inyong bingo.
Hala!
Kaman,
Wrong.
Wala pa na bingo. Next sentence.
Pwede rin mag-copy ang wrong or true?
No, basta wala pa na bingo. Naman siya specific na i-follow.
Di ba kayo pag mag-check sila yung bingo, wrong ko na.
Pag na-ring of bingo, ayan i-check, exacto ba? Okay, next. Hi, how was your day? Start. Time's up. 3, 2, 1.
Yung wrong card. Yung mga balak.
Okay. Next sentence. Muna mo. Paunhan na inig mo yung bingo ha.
Bingo.
kuhan kung unsay kuhan na pag sa oras, pag mayon kog up, dapat dito na mamukuan. Wait lang. Okay. The Philippine flag has 3 stars. Discuss.
Wala pa go! Pero natangkanag.
Oh, wala kami nag-answer. Wala kami nag-answer. Hoy, bingo. Hoy, wala kami nag-number. Hoy, iwan na yung bingo.
Mayon ako na mayon mag-bingo, pag mayon ako.
Nakasulat na sila. Nakasulat na sila.
No, mayon to pa na mayon mag-bingo, pag mayon ako. Oy, kabila daw. Bingo, bingo, bingo. Teka, selected. No, mayon ko, pag mayon ko, paano yung mayon na? Paano ang time?
Nakasulat na sila daan. Nakasulat na sila daan.
Wala pa sabi, wala pa sabi.
Kailangan mas yung wrong answer ganito.
Nasulat sila?
Wala yung pangaway. Bayan lang yung isa. Ayun!
Kung i-check ang answer ha, pila ka buok na do example, dua ka pa sila niya. Isa lang per sa answer. Sige na! Sige na, go na!
Bye, ma'am. Pagbahay na lang mo. Dili mo masagot? Sige, last. Last? Magpuan mo. Di man sila masagot.
O, di mo sagot. Sige!
Dili.
Hoy, nakapon.
Bingo na nga po, te. Wala pa naman masagot.
Hoy, naman may wrong answer kami. Wala may wrong answer. Hoy,
Okay.
kaya na, matter na.
Ano lang. Luwa mga pula. Bahay na lang mo.
Bye-bye!